Hey everybody, welcome back here to the second part of Misscliks presents Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands, a fun little indie game one-shot by the designer of the games like Apocalypse World and Dogs in the Vineyard, and his most prolific game, Kill Puppies for Satan. So, yeah, this is our mecha anime super fun romance game slash Mario Party. So we just did Meeting Sword to Sword. So what do you think our next game's gonna be, guys?
Uh,
I mean, I know. I'm sitting on waiting. I'm trying to get someone else to play a game, but I know that Dex and I have to do a dance or a stealing time together.
That's what I was looking at that just now. I was like, what game are we playing for that?
Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that while we're thinking. Okay. So we're gonna do stealing time together.
So, I mean, the setup is obvious, which is like ask them how they two came to be
So-
sitting together.
You're at the Silverwoods Private Dance Hall studio, part of our beautiful resort manor.
Resort manor.
Yeah. Yo, if you think that's impressive, you should see all of the Caldora's holdings, because we're nothing compared to them, right? They spare no expense. We're considered frugal by the band trash. Okay, so we're going to. Is there anything new that we noticed about each other since the last time we saw each other?
Say this is the first time that I guess you've seen me not in, I guess, in less than formal wear, I suppose.
Yeah, athletic wear.
Exactly.
Dance class casual, dance class formal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Show up in my yoga pants now.
Yeah. Cool. So, this is how this game will work. We're gonna take turns doing exchanges, and then at any time after the third exchange, a player may have someone else enter the scene and interrupt. Otherwise, we can continue and then just draw a curtain.
is that when it says any player? Is it just you two, by the way?
No, it literally any
okay.
player.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, that's no problem. Okay, sure. So, but largely, I don't think there's a risk of us being caught since it's at our place, but someone could come in with an emergency or something like that. No problem. But this is how this game's works, so we're just go back and forth, and we're going to be making advances on one another, and then we're going to answer that with the consensual, yes, you may, but, or whatever, and we just go back and forth on this. Okay?
Gotcha.
So, you show up, you're wearing what you think is appropriate for dancing and training how to dance.
Right.
And I meet you and I greet you very very nice. I hug you and say I appreciate that you're here and welcome to your first lesson, Dex.
Well, thanks for having me. God, this place is amazing.
Yeah. And oh well, thank you. We pride ourselves in our natural environments. Now listen, I look at what you're wearing and I say, you think that might be what you're supposed to wear for training off-world, but that's not what we do here. And I proceed to I loosen your clothing, may I? And there's a pile of clothes to the other side that you need to change into. I say, no, you need to take this off. Let me help you. And may I?
You may, but I definitely flush read it a little bit at that.
Yeah.
Just like, what is going on? Because I'm just like, I think I'm just like, I let you do it just because since I'm supposed to be learning manners here, I'm just like, is this normal? I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah, it's totally normal.
I'm visibly a little bit embarrassed.
Oh. The only embarrassment the band trash know would be improper dance etiquette.
I suppose.
Oh, you think? And yeah, and it's like, oh, it's like I don't get it. Oh, you know what I say when I'm doing? I'm like, don't get the wrong impression as I'm doing that, right? Like, you're not special. I could be lying. I might not be.
You might not be. But
Okay.
I'm just like I'm just so not flustered, but just kind of like caught off guard that I'm just like
Yeah, it's disarming for sure. Like,
yeah, it's disarming. You're just like oh, you're just like embarrassed. I don't know. I but I try to play it off, right? It's like
yeah.
I'm embarrassed. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is normal. That's everything.
I'm totally trying to fit in here. It's fine.
Sure. Okay. I think it's your turn to make an advance to me. What do you do? What do you say?
So I guess see. So I'm assuming this is after I've been sort of properly addressed, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I just kind of I would just get up close to you and be like, all right, so where am I supposed to stand? What am I supposed to do? I guess. But I'm just like, where shall we begin?
So I think there's a montage of us I'm trying to teach you the nuances of these dances, and you think you're getting it, and I'm telling you like wrong, like all the time. And I'm like, oh, we have to start. And I have my like my head's in my hands, and I'm just like, oh, I'm face palming, and I say we have to start at a more basic level. Come with me. And I go to take your hand. May I?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
I lead you outside the dojo. And it's a fast cut to us standing on top of a waterfall nearby, with like a lot of like flat rocks nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, and at this point we're not holding hands, and we're both staring at the water. And I say, do you hear the current?
Yes.
But do you feel it?
I mean, not. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
The water flows at a certain rhythm, and this is the rhythm that the Bantresh intuitively know and dance to. You must become one with this. Come on, and I hop into the water. We're not really near like risk of falling off the waterfall or anything like that.
Right.
And like this is pretty shallow. This is just a pretty waterfall and stuff like that. And so I tell you to get in, and I imagine the water is like ankle deep or like like almost to knee deep, and we're gonna dance in the water. And you're gonna learn the current, and we're gonna dance together the current. So, yeah.
So, yeah. No, so then I sort of look around just sort of nervously, and then I jump in and sort of, I guess as I do it, just like maybe since I'm kind of nervous, I slip and maybe I fall on you, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, you fall on me? Oh.
Classic anime style.
Yeah. Oh, that nerve. Here. Let me show you. And I think I touch your hips, like I have to like straighten you out and stuff like that. And now that we're both soaking wet, and here, and I get close to you, like the intimate dance that we had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Here, and then like I'm going to like be the lead in this dance, and I'm going to show you how things happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's your turn. Where does this go?
I guess as the dance progresses, I'm sort of slowly finding my feet, literally, I guess. And
you're getting it, like you're like the montage is working, and like suddenly you take the lead.
Exactly. Gaining more confidence, and the romance of the scene, right? Romance of the scene strikes me as just I feel myself like oddly sort of attracted, I suppose, and so I pull you in a little bit closer, I guess.
I feel it too. And you pull me close only for a moment before I break off and depart. And I say, session's over. As I leave.
Cool.
Too many feelings just got
And-
too real.
And and of course we have like the inner monologue being like, no, I can't fall for Dex. He's a landowner scum. What am I thinking? Yeah, and of course, of course that classic anime thing. Anyways, yeah, I think, and that's scene.
Yep.
And
Thank
Dex
you.
just stands there in the waterfall areas for like a minute, trying to figure out what just happened.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why?
So poignant, so broody.
Cool.
Now who wants to go?
Hmm. Well, I think I wanted to do a solitaire. If that's cool with everyone.
Yeah, sure. What are you thinking?
Yeah, my solitaire is gonna be. Let me find it here just so I get the wording right. What is it the one about? Yeah, I've been meeting with spies in the local Venturesh households, and today one of them was apprehended and missed our meeting.
Mm.
Which household? Can you?
It doesn't have to. That doesn't have to be a player. That could just be someone else. But yeah.
Yeah. That's it is one of my people didn't show up.
But I think I know what I think I. Oh wait, I think I understand what your question was, Lucy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was,
like who's spying
was it-
on what house?
Yeah.
It definitely was the Silverwoods house.
That makes sense. Okay. Cool.
Can we do? Let me check out animated disagreement.
That's a fun game.
Yeah,
This
that
doesn't.
was
This
nice.
doesn't involve anyone dying, right?
No. No. Maybe of humiliation.
Okay. So it says everyone plays,
Yeah.
and my chosen partner is going to be Joanna.
Okay. We're gonna have an animated disagreement.
Yeah. It's like I think like the tension between us and the misunderstandings are kind of coming to a head.
And what is okay, so that's the premise of the argument? Is that you're not doing enough for Bantresh? Or the band
more like I need you to stop, acting the way you are towards me when I'm on your side.
Okay.
We need all.
We need a united.
Why you been so messed up towards me?
Okay. Okay, so you don't. So I'm not doing enough. So I'm not doing enough. We need to ally ourselves together.
Yeah, and not be like have like a petty riverry where we
Sure.
make fun of each other's
So
dance steps and stuff.
Where does this take place? Is this private?
Yeah, let's say I pay a visit to your estate.
Yeah, this could be after I just did the dance practice. This is like later that day or something.
Yeah, I arrive and I have like a gift to kind of like
Sure.
make everything start off on the right foot.
Sure. Cool. All right.
I don't know who else is present. I want more
I think
people
it's-
to be involved, but
I kind of think it's just us, but the rest of the players are involved. They are going to be our judges. And the way an animated disagreement works is that JT, Meta, and Randall, you're each going to take a turn asking us one of those questions and saying who goes first, and it's going to be like a debate. And then you give a point, you award a point to the person you think you did the best answer. There's no reason for you to be impartial or objective. This is entirely whatever you want it to be, and we have to answer them as we see it. Okay.
You don't have to have good reasons for liking it.
Yeah. There's exactly. This is like apples to apples or something, right? Like
Nice.
the judging of this is completely arbitrary. If you want it to do. Okay. Cool. So let's look at the questions and stuff like that. So we can get an idea if you haven't already. But yeah, so I am playing host to you at this, and then you come into my house and saying that we need to have a united front. Cool. So, which of you three, JT, Meta, or Randall?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll say make a personal attack on your counterpart. Do I direct it to one of you or both of you?
We will both answer this question, but you choose the person who answers first. We are not allowed to interrupt or rebut one another in that way. We must be quiet, otherwise the other person gets a point.
All right, well, why don't you go first, Joanne? Personal attack on your counterpart.
You have a lot of nerve showing up here, Lady Caldora. You have a lot of nerve cozying up to those off-world scum. And then you ask me to help you? It's a classic Caldora move right there. The Silverwoods may not know much about politics, but Caldora knows nothing of grace. You guys are slime. You don't understand anything about culture and tradition and honor. You wear it like you would a new set of clothing without knowing where it comes from, without its tradition and its heritage. You would sell this place if it meant you could keep power. You are greedy. How dare you come into my place and pretend that we need to make a united front when it's you who are leaving me?
So I'm shocked that she just like went for the jugular right off the bat and like called me scum. So I'll keep my composure, but tell her that it's not my fault you don't understand the intricacies of life because of your low breeding.
Oh.
Oh. God damn.
Oh, Lucius racist.
It's classist.
Sure. So, Randall, you were able to point to the person you think who won that round.
I'm gonna give it to Joanna.
Okay.
For not being racist.
Being classist.
Cool. All right, JT or Meta, one of you gets to step up and ask a new question.
Please explain how your position best serves the neglected interests of the underprivileged. So when you pose a question, for both sides?
Yes.
Okay.
So who starts?
Just for interest's sake, let's ask Joanna. Sorry, Lady Caldora. What is your response for that? Just curious.
I have all of the resources and connections and everything to try to make life better for the kind of the forgotten people, and that's one of the reasons that I'm trying to kind of be sneaky and to just like try to work in everyone's best interests. Partially the why can't I remember what's the name of the planet? Beltresh? Is that where we are?
Bantrol.
Bantrol. Partially for like my family and my planet, but also for the revolutionaries, basically just not wanting the landowners to destroy everything. So with all my connections and all of my knowledge of things at the very top, I think that I'm uniquely qualified to be someone who can help the least among us.
All right. So a little bit of Machiavelli there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what a landowner would say. Look at you. You've been hanging out with them so much that you're thinking like them. Unlike the Caldoras, the Silverwoods have not lost the pulse of the people of this planet and what they follow. They don't follow what's numbers and what's best for them based on the ledgers and the trade agreements. They think with their hearts, just like the Silverwoods.
Oh, all right. Gotta give that one to the Silverwoods for that.
It's unfair. I played this game a lot. I know exactly how. Yeah.
All right.
Y'all
The
just
last
have
one.
crushes on Joanna. That's all this is.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
That's not a bias. I will admit that. Fully admit that.
Let's make this fun. Please express your position in form of a slogan that the people can rally behind. Let's start with Joanna.
I don't want to do bantrol for bantrash or bantra. I want to do. I want to say people over profits.
Okay. It's your campaign slogan.
Let's see. I have like a vague idea of like what I want to convey, but I got to think of the good words.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of like a good phrase. So I'll just describe it. Like all of humanity before, categorizing and labeling ourselves, like wanting it to be the best for everyone. I don't want to say like all for one and one for all or anything like that, but just trying to work towards the best for everyone, even if you kind of have to be sneaky or be friends with people you might not want to be friends with, or transcend different social things.
Catchy.
Yes. It's concise, it's catchy.
Okay. Well, I think like, does anyone like, can we like help Lucy like figure, maybe we can like all help her like think of one?
We probably could. No.
Yeah, I want it to be like humanity over, but I don't think of what, I can't think of what like the last word should be to convey what I was trying to say. I'm not a copywriter. I can't just be put on the spot like this.
From a facilitator point of view of the game, and like just a general tip for when you want to think, say the first thing that comes to your head. What's obvious to you is not what's obvious to other people. That's like scientifically proven that like oftentimes what's obvious to you is not obvious to others. So going with the first thing in your head, even if it's kind of tropey, is totally fine. So saying all for one and one for all is like, that's fine. Like that's it's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
So you want to go?
We'll go with that. Yeah. It's more concise than what I did.
Yeah.
Slightly more concise.
Yeah, like you're in the right spot. Cool.
So it was all for one and one for all, and then people before profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to Caldora, actually.
Oh,
okay.
This one.
Ooh, yeah, I think her message would. Yeah. Okay.
They're
Yeah,
both
it's-
incredibly contrived. Let's just be right.
It's true.
Okay, so do we do another round of? Or is
No,
that
no, that's the game.
Okay.
That's the animated disagreement.
Can we close by I take the bottle of like nice wine that I brought you as a gift and I smash it on the floor because you're so difficult, and then I walk out.
That makes sense.
So you can like clean up that wine, whatever. I don't care.
Why don't you whine about it?
I probably think of saying that after I've already left, and I'm like, oh, I can't go back in there and say that.
That would have been such a good slogan.
Yeah. One of my personal favorites for an animated disagreement is leading with the personal attack and then asking the question, describe the merit of the other side.
even
no, no.
even though they're scum, I
Yeah.
can.
Like it's funny. Yeah, it's a good game.
I should have asked that.
All right, cool. Thank you. Who else wants to go?
Hmm.
How does this game end? I realize that I have no clue.
It never ends. We're stuck in it forever, like Jumanji.
Jumanji.
No, actually, we just keep playing till we get to a point where we don't want to do any more games, and we just go around and have a moment to ask each other's questions about our characters and sort of where they end up. So like we can play for a little bit more. I imagine we're gonna play for just like answering a couple more scenes, and then see where this all goes.
I will have a conversation over food with Dex.
Okay.
All right. So, let's see. It's up to me to set the scene, correct, on what we're talking about.
I think we can, come up with it together.
Usually. So,
I was thinking we're like, I see you like eating at a space cantina. This is like a normal cantina, but with more stainless steel and blue lighting. And I come over and sit down and say, "Hey, Dex, long time."
long time no see. Yeah, no. I mean, it's weird seeing you at that party. What are you in? What are you in the system for?
Well, I'm doing the same thing you are. Helping wealthy people defend their wealth from other wealthy people.
Yeah, I heard. Except for that one skirmish you got into, I heard the rumor come down that you got into it with with one of the Caldora ladies.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, I'll at least fight the ones that aren't paying me. I hear you're acting a little differently though with the Bantrells.
I mean, you mean
Bantrash, yeah.
Bantrash.
I like how maybe that was an intentional character slip.
Yeah, more
That's
like Bantrash.
I mean, what can I say? It's like you, I'm get it. I'm not like you. I'm not new. I'm not an old hat to this system. I gotta get my way in somehow, right? Plus, it doesn't hurt that the lady is it doesn't hurt that the lady is kind of attractive over there a little bit.
Look, Dex, if you think for 1 second that woman gives one thought about you whenever you're gone, you're fooling yourself.
You know something I don't?
I know that a Bantrash would never associate with one of us publicly. You're nothing more than a fleeting interest to her. The way I see it, we're helping one group of landowners control the wealth from another group of landowners, and the people we really need to be caring about are the leftovers on the planet that no one cares about.
The leftovers. Who have you been associating with lately?
I'm not going to tell you who I've been associating with. You're running around cavorting with the Bantrash.
Call it.
I don't know. I never would have seen you doing this back during our time in the Corps, Dex.
It's true. So it's like, I mean, it's like, what can I say? It's like I guess I've changed.
All I'm saying is, look, you and I have had similar lives. We never had much. We had our rations, and we had enough space credits to buy the next round of space booze. But that's about it. And the way I see it, there are a bunch of people on this planet who we have a lot more in common with than the Bantrash or the landowners we work for. And I think that's something you should think about.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind. And I just get up, pay my space tab, and walk away, I guess.
Perfect. Cool. Good scene. I want to do another stealing time together scene with Dex immediately following that. Is that okay? Is everyone cool with that? All right.
All right. So what's the excuse for calling me over?
Emergency dance practice session.
Emergency dance practice session. All right.
We're in the studio. You clearly do not need help dancing.
Not anymore.
And it becomes pretty apparent. And I think it's the point where we have to practice the slow song together, right?
All right.
And
Where's this taking place at?
oh, the dance studio
Okay.
again. And during the song, we've been practicing for like a half hour. Like the tension is there between us, right?
Especially after the last time.
And I look at you and I say, I have feelings for you, Dex. And I'm afraid they're not the feelings that are fleeting. Completely playing on what you just said, Randall.
What are you really feeling? No. I'd say I would be lying if I didn't say I felt the same way, but I don't know if I can trust you.
Well, you can trust me inside this dojo. Inside this studio. What happens here is private. Here we can get out of our armor. We can see, and she looks away for a second, before looking back right into your eyes and says, "The Bantresh think with their hearts." And I go to kiss your cheek. May I?
Yes.
Just yes. Just you may.
Just yes, you may. Yes, you may. No. I get. You go for the cheek, and just in a moment of weakness, in a moment of instinct, I turn so it's not the cheek. I go that is not the cheek. So
So you may, but instead we kiss on the lips.
Yes.
You may, but only for a moment.
Okay.
And it's because we do that, and I look at you. I think I want to say something before we draw the curtain. No, I don't think I do. I think I go to kiss you again. I think it's at that moment of like, oh, this is happening, and then I go to kiss you on the lips intentionally this time.
Yeah, just like it was an experiment the first time, and it's like, nah, kind of like this.
Yeah.
This feels right.
So
Right. It's like dipping your toe in the water, and then you're like, yeah. So I think
is that the scene?
Yeah, I think we draw the curtain
As
there.
that happens,
Oh.
I want to go into this dance studio area because I want to figure out what happened with my spy from you.
Ooh.
And I figured out that you were there. And I want to do a meeting sword to sword. Now, in character, I want to see if Dex defends you or if he lets me face you. And is it a sword to sword between me and Dex, or is it a sword to sword between me and Joanna?
Oh shit, dude, that's some next level shit. Oh, what is it? Yeah, I don't know what the answer is to that. I think that's to you, Dex. What do you step up or do I?
Do you step forward?
I go. Oh, how about this? Here's the scene. I go to defend my honor. Do you impose?
Yeah. Do I impose? Do I actually like feel like no?
Yeah.
I got this. No, I impose. I come up and I go. It's like, yeah, it's like what? Because it's more of just like I don't know what the hell he's in here for. I'm just like, no, what the fuck? Get away! You know, What are you
Yeah.
what are you getting on my lady for?
Yeah. So as this, so it's a sword to sword between. I don't pull my sword out, but I say my quarry is not with you. I need to discuss matters with Joanna.
Yeah, but it can be a fight. It can be like a punching
Right.
and stuff like that.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like literally walk up to him to shove him out of the way.
Any quarrel with her is a quarrel with me.
Yeah, this is so good.
All right. No, I think that's how it starts then.
Yeah.
Like I think that's
Yeah.
how like I'll even let you throw like first punch then. I would assume in your character like that because I'm not here to fight you, so I would just try to shove past you.
Exactly.
Like I try to push you out of the way.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So that makes sense. So Dex, you get to ask the first volley, right? So
Right.
once again, series of leading questions, following up, and each of you do that at least 3 times, and then by the third one, or any time past the third one, you can ask a closing sentence for the duel.
Okay. So since I'm throwing the first punch, I think the most logical question in here is I launch a sustained attack with my weight behind it. Do you give ground readily or grudgingly? Since I'm
It
throwing
would
the
be
first punch, so I imagine
yeah.
he's trying to shove past me, and I'm just gonna sort of like basically try to clothesline you. Or sort of
It'd
punch
be
you back.
grudgingly. Like I'm not gonna give my ground at all on this. And is that when we roll, by the way?
No.
No.
There's
Okay.
there's no rolling in
Okay.
meeting sword to sword. It's
Okay.
call response.
Okay. Yeah. No. I would give. I wouldn't let you. So. And then in this situation, I go into leading question now.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
So you try to brush by him. He stands his ground and tries to swing at you. You're forced to defend yourself. Now what do you do?
This is awkward because a lot of these are do with like a sword, so we gotta like change it up to make it work with fists. Well,
If you need help, you have 4 people around. I feel like a collective mindset of us 5, we can figure out what if you need help. Right?
No, I think since he goes to like clothesline me, like I try to like almost like grab his arm, and like put him in like try to like put him in a grapple, but I don't know necessarily how I do that in the leading question area. Like, would you?
It's probably the second question. I have my swords point to your clavicle. Do you submit or do you twist away and rejoin the fight? You have them in a hold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I twist away and escalate. Twist away and rejoin the fight, escalating it. Just basically, I'm not familiar with fighting, so anyone feel free to help me out. But yeah, whatever the counter twist out of the grapple and try to pin him. Essentially try to pin him to the ground, reverse it more or less.
Sure. Okay, so you try to reverse the fight, the grapple. Yeah. Okay. So is that doing the same move back at them? Is that what you think that question is, or is it a different question, or right?
I guess that would be. I guess that's a separate question because it's a question of whether he lets me succeed or not. Is kind of how these questions are structured. I guess. I guess it would be the same question then, more or less.
Yeah. So the answer to JT's question was yes, you twist away, and then you followed up fictionally saying how you turn the move back on them. So yeah, so it's like asking the same question back on them now. Mm-hmm. So now they have you in a similar pin. What do you do?
Yeah, I actually just try to get out of it. So I would just get out of it.
Sure. Yeah, you break it and get out.
And then follow up. I kind of want to use it as a closing because I just want to get away from this situation now.
I think at this point he's probably just equally confused at what the hell is going on.
I just wind back and just go for a full like knockout punch. So it would be kind of like what they did earlier with do you let it go or do you like flee back to so it'd be like do you get killed or
Do I
Like,
get killed?
Do you
Yeah,
get
it's
do you get
KO.
knocked out, or do
Yeah.
you actually
So-
just die?
So you seize momentum and drive you backward. If you stand, throw. On heads, you hold me back. On tails, I cut you through, killing you. Do you stand or do you allow yourself to be driven?
But in this scenario, it would just be getting knocked out. It would be the
Yeah.
consequence.
Right.
Yeah.
My character would stand his ground, especially since there's not threat of death. That changes things. So yes, stand ground, which would be. Do you roll the die, or is it? Do I?
You do that, Dex. You're the one who's standing. You're making that choice there.
D2, correct?
Yeah.
Where is the D2?
It's just /R 1d2. So /R space 1d2. That's how you roll a 2-sided die.
In the chat?
Yeah, in the little chat window, like how Lucy's result was.
Sorry, hold on. I got myself disconnected. /R1d2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 2.
Tails. So what happens on a tails?
Let's see here. Shoot. Didn't. So closed out everything. Continue.
Yeah. On heads, you hold me back. On tails, I cut you through and killing
So
you.
I get knocked out.
You get knocked out. Awesome. So you get laid out at the last moment.
Nope.
I kind of want to. It was Lady Caldora. Was she standing there watching this entire thing? Like, what is her
course.
reaction like when she sees this?
Is this a? I don't think it's a chase. I think she's gonna fight you now. Was what happens. Only this time I throw you a sword.
You throw me as both of us. So
Yeah,
we're
of
gonna
course.
actually
I have a sword and I toss you a sword because I'm not gonna fight you if you don't have a sword.
All right.
You
Oh,
nuts?
I said the wrong
Yeah, this
person,
is
by the
cool.
way. I meant Joanna, not Caldora. Sorry.
Yeah. I that's what I thought. I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah,
That's what the
I
scene is.
mixed you up. Yep.
Cool.
So you throw. Yeah. Well. And then I.
So I who's the
as-
better swords person? Who's the better fighter?
I mean, you're strong, but as in strong, does that mean you are strong emotionally or physically? Are you
Both?
Both.
Here's what I will say. Remember the very first scene with the dance?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is
You're the better
you-
swords person.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a flashback kind of like montage. It's like flashes back to that dance of you thinking in your head, "I'm gonna have a clash with this person at some point."
But you also
Yeah.
just knocked out my love.
Right.
So I'm
You're in
like
rage mode.
Dragon Ball Z, so, I'm saying it up, right? Anyways, yeah, so let's do this.
All right, I'll let you.
So I toss you the sword and I say, oh, wait, what? Yeah, if you want me, come and get me. So I think the person with the better sword starts. That's stealing time together.
Yeah, so I actually just I touch you, cutting you along the rib or across your arm. Do you withdraw and run, or do you rejoin the fight?
I rejoin the fight.
Okay.
And I say, I do the classic anime after you get a good splash on me. Is that all you got? Huh. You make me use 5% of my power, kid.
I just grin. I just
yeah.
grin. Yeah.
Cool. And let's see. Which one do I want to ask you? I think I'm gonna do the same move back at you. I touch you, cutting you along the rib or across the arm. I think that one was across the arm, and this one could be wherever you want it to be. Do you withdraw and run, or do you rejoin the fight? Because this is the classic fight where it's like you got the advantage, and now like I'm going to you, and
now I think you actually cut me across the chest, almost like you actually say that, and like after I move, you cut me across the chest, and I'm just like,
and I say this is for Dex as I do it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, Dex is fine. unlike you're about to be. And I rejoin the fight, and I
Yeah.
I go. I point the sword towards your clavicle, and do you submit or do you twist away?
Sure. This is the point in the duel where, you try to get the sword like around me, but I have my sword in the way right there,
Yeah.
like blocking it from like actually hurting me there. And of course. Oh, what do I say in that moment though? Like when you do that.
And I say, well, actually, as I do that, I like next to your ear, and I say, "There's no reason to die. I just want answers."
I'm stubborn as fuck, dude, and you hurt my love, man.
Yep.
Ooh. You'll get better. I say you get better luck getting blood from a stone as I kick you, like I kick you back behind me and break off, and I return to engage you.
Okay.
We circle, swords tips touching. What do you say to me? So like we're doing that, like, you know, literally like our swords are touching. We're circling each other, waiting for the next move.
I said, I look at you and I'm just like, you know, it didn't have to end like this, but because all I wanted to know were Abraham win, but I enjoy this a little bit more. And then I let's see, I would thrust close to your face, or no, it says you thrusting. Can I change that? I would like thrust close to your neck, kind of thing. And
which one? Are you asking the question?
Yeah, this would be my third leading question, right?
Yeah. Are you doing? Which one are you doing?
Yeah,
you thrust fairly close to. Oh, do you cut me where? No, there's another one that's. I thrust and you barely turn it a fraction slower and you be cut through, right?
Okay.
Or which one are you trying to ask?
No, it's the one that I thrust. You barely turn it.
Okay.
In a fraction thrower. Yeah. Does this exhilarate you or chill you?
It chills me.
Okay.
So I'm just barely able to keep you at bay, right? I'm getting tired. I think you're getting the upper hand. We're back to circling again, and I'm a little bit sluggish, and I say, "What do you want?" As like, you know, like the questions you want to ask me as we're doing this.
Yeah, and I said, one of my men seemed to have gone missing. I feel like you have some answers.
Ooh, I guess the question is, am I actually involved in this or not?
Right.
I don't think I am. I think I'm being set up. And I say, where were they? And so, of course, where were they last? We're still doing the circle of it. Where was Abraham last?
Said, in a warehouse that your family owns, gathering some information for me, and he has yet to return to give me that information.
The one near the beach?
And I just nod. I don't actually like acknowledge. Yeah.
I think I know who it was. You have to believe me, Trudeau. You have to believe me that the Silverwoods have nothing to do with this. But I think I know who does. And
oh, go ahead.
It's your turn.
Yeah. I think this would be a good moment for the closing question. Is I get my sword point under your chin.
Yeah.
And I just say, "Tell me who."
Yeah,
allow
you
to
beat me.
submit.
Yeah, and you beat me, and I
Yeah,
submit.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that would be the scene.
Cool.
And I kind of just as I walk out as you give me the name or whatever, I walk out in that sword that you threw me.
Yeah.
I just throw on Dex's body and walk out the room.
Oh, it's brutal. What a badass. Cool. Good
Yeah,
scenes.
I have a feeling I'm gonna die.
Yeah, we should do like some sort of battle.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm assuming that the answer was Caldora had something to do with it.
I think so.
Mm.
Or then someone's framing Caldora.
So much framing.
Seriously.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's look. What are we gonna do?
Can
Free
we
for
like
all?
close out with a tactical skirmish or something like that?
Yeah, totally. But who's doing the tactical skirmish?
Let me look at it.
Yeah.
Set up. Oh, it's only for 2 people.
Yeah.
I think for 2 people.
No, you could technically do more than 2 people.
Yeah. I mean,
Is it a free for all? Is that what I'm thinking of?
A free for all is a free for all. That's a game where everyone's against everybody else. Skirmish is teamed.
Okay, I'm trying to think of who would be teamed up at this point. It seems like there's a lot of strife between these characters.
Then, well, maybe it's meeting sword. Maybe it's meeting sword to sword in your mechs with Trudeau and whoever you think is the person behind the thing, the warehouse. Whether that's you or maybe it's actually like Dex or Nigel. You know, like who knows?
Oh, let's see.
Or it could be a tactical skirmish because that's like that's like an assault with squads.
Okay, I don't know if anyone would be on my team though.
You command an army.
I guess.
You're the most powerful house of Bantrol. Of course you have loyal soldiers you fight with.
Yeah. I just wanted someone to be my friend. All right, so it'll be me and my like house army versus. Let's see. It seems so. Okay. So Dex and Trudeau hate each other. Dex and Nigel hate each other. Me and
we have a complicated, nuanced relationship.
Okay, it's nuanced. It's nuanced. Me and Joanna hate each other. I'm just trying to figure out like what the teams would be, or like who would join forces in a brawl like this.
Well, tactical skirmish would be like one player versus one player. So like you would just it's a more grander, serious meeting sword to sword. So instead of the camera being exactly on the immediate duel, it's on the broader army battle. It's like a mass battle, mass conflict.
Okay,
combat.
I guess it's gonna be me against Major Trudeau then.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that'd be the
if he's gonna call me out and say that I like killed his spy or something, then I'm not gonna stand for that.
Right.
And I've got all my house guards, so.
All right. So how does this work?
So it's a tactical skirmish.
Yep.
So this is a very fun game, and I'm gonna actually spend a moment to describe how it works because it's a little tricky, especially when you start looking at the questions. So you're going to each take turns making demands of one another. The way it works is that one person starts, and when it's your turn to make a demand, you impose a demand on the other person, and then they get a chance to reply back to you with a demand, should they submit, not submit or withdraw. And if you take a look at the quick questions, all of the questions of a tactical skirmish hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
you, the person asking them. So for example, Lucy, you would be like, JT, submit and surrender, or retreat, or retreat now, or you kill one of my players, like one of my army members. In return, though, if they don't submit, they must reply the same way to you, hurting one of their guys. So the question is, how badly do you want to see people get killed in order for your cause, essentially, right? Like it's a brutal game. Like the entire game is sacrificing your pawn pieces, right? So it's like it's brutal. That's what I'm saying. It's brutal.
Okay.
It makes
All
for a
right.
good scenario, it seems like.
Well,
Yeah.
it seems like a serious enough situation.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying it's the wrong game to. I'm not saying it's the wrong game to play at all. I'm just giving a quick little like overview of how it works. And so yeah, so both of you are going to describe how many soldiers you have at the start, and then you're going to have to be prepared to identify each of them by name, relationship to you, or position in your army. Okay. I'm not saying you have to come up with them right now on the spot. Just in case you do, you be prepared.
Okay, and said the max number was 8, so I'm just going to say that I have 8 with me.
Sure. And just cool. And how many people does Trudeau have?
I would say I have like 5 other like rebels with me at this point.
Sure.
That's pretty much what we are.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're here to avenge, I guess. So.
Okay. All right. So let's see. The attacker makes the first demand. And I believe it's going to be Trudeau who's attacking. Right.
I would assume so.
'Cause you're
I'm
attacking-
probably
yeah.
just going in on your home turf. Honestly, just
Yeah.
Okay.
um.
So the skirmish ends when either one of you accedes to a demand, submitting or withdrawing, or one of you loses the last soldier from your force, in which you must immediately submit or withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that I do this right, but I kind of just like roll up and I'm like, submit or withdraw, like pretty much surrender, right? Like I would just be like,
Yeah.
come out and talk to me and give me answers. And I would do the submit or withdraw for the opportune shot. Cripples Jacob, my lieutenant.
So I come out guns blazing.
Yep.
I'm mad about, I've been trying to work towards, kind of working with the revolutionaries, just like anything against the landowners, basically. So to be accused of something like killing a spy, which, there's no merit to it or anything like that.
Mhm.
At this point, I'm just so fed up with all the effort I've been putting in. And then, to have my integrity questions like that is, it's just not going to stand.
Yeah, I mean, so therefore, my lieutenant gets killed, correct? Or cripples him. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
So they didn't
So
shoot.
should we just like keep track of our soldiers on a sheet of paper or something?
Yeah, we can do that. We can just list them off here on Roll20.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
So-
see. So is it my turn now?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
So JT has put forward a submit or withdraw or kill the lieutenant, and you chose to kill the lieutenant, and then it was your turn to reply back with one of those things. Right?
All right. So submit or withdraw now, or my least experienced soldier surrenders to your mercy. So my like one of my house guards, someone I probably grew up with, will not sacrifice themselves, but give them over to your mercy.
I mean, I'm not withdrawing at all, like ever.
Yeah.
Like this is to the death for me. So,
Cool.
If that's how it's gonna be.
So then you capture them, right?
yeah. Yep.
All right. Now it's Lucy's turn. Lucy starts.
Where didn't I just go?
Well, so no, but it was so it started with Trudeau's turn. Every turn of the game is you ask something, and if they do not submit, they have to ask something back to you, and then it's your turn. You ask something, and if they
Okay.
don't submit, it comes back to you.
Okay.
That's how it works. That's why it's brutal.
Let's take a look. Submit or withdraw now, or your artillery fire takes out one of my house soldiers and scatters the rest of my force.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep fighting. So
All right.
it comes down to
If it's a numbers game, then
Right. It's kind of like the idea of like the group that I brought knew going into this that this was like their grave. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
All right. So it's your answer.
yeah. So now it's my demand then, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just submit or withdraw, or you catch one of us on the move and kill, and you pick. I'll let you pick. Because at this point, how does this end? I guess is my question.
I think it's someone submits or you
Yeah.
lose all your soldiers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, I'm down to. Yeah, you kill one of my guys. So I'm down to like 3 guys left.
Right. Yeah. We'll
unless
say
you
that-
submit or withdraw, then
Nope.
Yeah.
We'll say that we kill your right hand man, like
Right.
your BFF.
Yeah, his name's Justin.
No.
Okay. I guess I'm just a little.
Eric, are you keeping track of our soldiers?
No, I thought you guys were.
Yeah,
No.
I'm keeping track of mine.
Oh.
I need to grab a pen or something.
Oops,
So
I'll just type it up.
No, you had 8, and Trudeau
had
had 5.
Mhm.
But then you've lost many.
A couple. Okay, so 8 total. One was captured but not killed.
Mm-hmm.
One captured. And one killed. Okay. I think we are up to date.
And 2 of Trudeau's people have been killed.
Yep.
So what do? You're outnumbered. You're not going to win this by doing this. So what are you going to do?
Right. Once I see like my best friend fall, or my right hand man fall, I would probably just have to withdraw at that point. Because the other guys are gonna like get scared as well. Me personally, I probably wouldn't, but or Trudeau probably wouldn't want to. But as the leader of the group and these guys that are wanting to back off, probably would withdraw, knowing that there's a chance for later revenge, I guess. But yeah, no, I think that would be
So you
how
retreat.
it would end. Yeah, it would
Are you keeping my soldier as a captive?
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Cool.
There's no way we're giving him up.
All right. Cool. Well, I think that's probably. Does anyone else want to do like any other games? Because that might be probably where we should start wrapping up and doing the epilogue for this game.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we're gonna go around and say if we have any questions about our characters, like you want to know the answer to, for each of our characters' stories. So for example, I want to know, Dex, do you and I ultimately get together and like, are we a thing? Is it ever like public, or is it always private?
I think it's always a private thing. I think it's one of those things, especially considering how your character has a fixation on manners. I imagine she would never want to be seen in public with me, unless I mean that's up to you. Do you think she would ever be able to ever give that up?
For you, yes, I think she would.
All right.
But I feel like that would be like season 3.
That would be season 3, exactly.
Right? Like we would have a lot to get there.
Oh yeah.
Definitely season 1. Season 2 would have been us sneaking around. Sure.
Down with that. Season 2 would also be the revenge arc, probably trying to take out Trudeau for punching me in the face. Probably at some point.
Yeah.
Who is actually behind the plot? That's also what I want to know as well.
You're never gonna know.
We're never gonna know.
No.
We're not gonna make that canon.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah. No, I really do like the idea that it's not you, and so it's still this mystery.
Yeah.
But we don't know who it is.
I like the. I mean, I don't know if we've ever played, but since it's one shot, so I like the idea that Abraham, the guy the spy that I had, liked the message that Caldora was actually talking about, and he decided to like help her without me knowing it.
Oh ho ho.
Oh.
And so like, but she had no idea because she wasn't really involved with it.
They
Yeah.
got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like,
and so the guy
break
like
wine bottles in my house.
He abandoned us. He abandoned us, and like my character actually never finds out or whatever. So it's just this constant like,
Who was it?
like who was it? Who
Yeah.
actually is the reason behind?
Cool. Yeah. Anyone else got any other questions? Things?
Where does Randall end up after in season 3 after all this? Does he ever
Yeah,
go
what
off?
happens to the Warkorg?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I become like more and more disenchanted with my mission and the people I work for. And I eventually use my contacts within the landowner mercenaries and try and pull more and more people away. And join up with the rebellion and overthrow the like hierarchy on the trash, or attempt to.
So then we probably. Oh man, does that mean like season 2? We have to. Oh, Joanna and Lucia have to work together.
Against the Warkorg.
We actually have to work together. Oh.
Yeah, it becomes like a damaged and partially functioning Warkorg held together with like gum and shoestring.
Yeah. Cool.
I like to think that like Nigel becomes more and more of an actual revolutionary than like a mercenary at that point. Like he actually is like hating all the houses.
Yeah, it's definitely like a turn.
Yeah.
Character turn.
Cool. So like, yeah. So we like the game. Was this cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun.
This
Nice.
is interesting. It's definitely different from what I've like role playing games that I've played. So
Right? Yeah, it's way different. These are the things that I like to do. There's these crazy weird games where they're just like these story games where you don't have to make a character beforehand, you literally do nothing except show up and you make up these games and have a good time.
Yeah, I do like that. I felt like I was just like living out Gundam Wing or
Yeah.
any Gundam series. Like
Yeah.
just my little anime teenage dreams.
Yeah, like this game is literally mecha anime to the T for
To the
me.
T.
Like it's perfect. So
It is good.
So much drama and romance.
yeah, cool,
Secrets. So
Yeah.
many secrets.
awesome. Well then,
Yeah.
this has been Misscliks presents Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands. It's been a one shot. Let's just go around and say once again who we were, because we're no longer us apparently. Who we are. Randall.
Just Randall. Probably a one shot for me on Twitch, but have fun, guys.
Yeah. Cool. And Meta.
Yep, just a one shot for me as well. But it was fun. It's nice being the romance interest. Probably.
Yeah.
Good. It was good.
That was good for sure. JT.
Yeah, I'm JT or Fax Machine on Twitter if you want to follow me there, as well on Twitch. You probably see me in chat. I do stream every once in a while, so if you want to swing by and hang out, you can. If you have any questions for Misscliks and stuff, you can always reach out to me as well. I had been, like I said, been a moderator and stuff for him for a while and stuff. So, yeah, just I appreciate you inviting me to play, Eric, and hopefully we can play some games some other time too.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. And Lucy.
I am Lucy. I am the host of Gutsy on Misscliks. So I'm streaming later tonight, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And I do that every week. Normally I'm playing video games and not role playing, so this is kind of a fun thing. So I will hopefully see some of you tonight.
Yeah. So cool. Yep. And I'm Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm a role-playing game streamer. I do a lot of long-form games like Burning Wheel and Mouse Guard. If you like those comics, I do those. I do several campaigns of that. And then the last thing I do is I do these random one-shot games. I love these things. There's a bunch of these weird story games that exist in this world that no one's ever heard of. And I like bringing them on screen on a show called Once Upon a Game. That's where I got started streaming, and I've been doing it for like almost 2 years. Just these fun little games to get more awareness and show that not every single role-playing game requires hours and hours and hours and years of commitment and time. And you can have... We literally played a game from nothing today and ended with this, right? Like there's something really cool and special about that, I think. And so yeah, I love games. So that's it. So thank you, chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you, guys. Thank you, cast. This was a lot of fun. It was great meeting you guys for the first times and playing. And yeah. And thank you to Misscliks for allowing me to play this on their channel. So thanks a lot. And let's make sure we tune in for Gutsy tonight with Lucy at 6:30. So that's it for us.
Bye, guys.
Get out of here. Take care.